Hi, I'm Ami Steinberger, founder and director of Ulpan La'inyan, where you can learn Hebrew like never before. That is, unless you took a class with us. And this video, this weekly video dose of Hebrew, is brought to you by Ktsat Ivrit. In modern English, we have words for amazing. We have amazing, awesome, brilliant. In Hebrew, we have equivalents, or a range as well. We have, for example, madhim, which means literally amazing. We have mishagea, which means makes me crazy in a good way. And we have me'alef, shocking, makes me faint, or makes me weak in a good way as well. Usually, not always, usually in a good way. Is when I faint myself, or when one faints, the word is lehit alef, to faint. Listen and repeat. Lehit alef. Aleph, lehit alef. So how would you say to faint in modern Hebrew? Lehit alef. Now the thing is, going back to biblical Hebrew, the word lehit alef means something else. In the Torah portion to be read this Shabbat by Jews around the world, we have Tamar dressing up, going into town, or going onto the highway, waiting for Yehuda to approach her. Vatichas bat saif vatit alaf. And she covered herself with the scarf or the veil, and she disguised herself so that he wouldn't recognize it was her. So lehit alef, in that case vatit alaf, means she disguised herself, versus in modern Hebrew where it means to faint. What's the connection between fainting and disguising oneself? What's interesting is there's another word that's almost identical to lehit alef that also has those two different meanings, except they swap histories, because lehit alef in modern Hebrew means to faint, in biblical it means to cover oneself up, and lehit atef in modern Hebrew means to cover oneself up, lehit atef betzitzit, versus in biblical where it means to faint, tfilah le'ani ki ya'atov. The prayer for the poor man, the prayer by the poor man, who is weak. Now the connection that I see between the two concepts of disguising oneself and fainting, or covering oneself up and fainting or feeling weak, is that when we feel weak, we tend to shrink and cover ourselves up with our arms, and maybe even with a blanket. So lehit atef and lehit alef are almost the same thing in that way. That's the relationship I see. If you see another relationship, I'll be happy to see it written in the comments below this video. But in the meantime, I'll wish you a Shabbat Shalom v'Sof Shavua Na'im, Shabbat Shalom and a pleasant weekend, v'Chanukah Sameach, and Happy Chanukah.